All right. What's up, everybody? What's up? Another version of the podcast here, the Poopcast. Still on our final stretch up here in Seattle, then making my way back fucking south through Oregon and into Northern California, and Jesus Christ, onward to Reno. We got a few stops. So, real quick, today's rant is gonna feature this fucking none other than Tanner Markley. I call him Tanner Barkley because who fucking cares? Markley, Barkley, Schmarkley, whatever. Again, this guy's nobody important. He's just an average guy who, he maybe has some social media skills. And he figured out how to monetize a fucking channel of absolutely nothing, boring shit. Okay, so before I get into him, and somebody sent me this fucking video, and they're like, you got it. What do you think of this? What do you think of how he started to launch his business, featuring Tanner Markley by some guy named the Rideshare Guy? I don't know who the fuck this is. Not subscribed to any of these fools, but this was a specific video request, and I will give you my thoughts on it. But first, for all you fucking people who want to know what's going on up here in Washington State, this is my first time I've been to Washington State in many years. Like I said, I always like Seattle, but holy cow, there is nothing going on up here. It's been raining, obviously it rains, and you got shitty weather up here. Everybody shoots themselves up here, and I fucking know why. But I got a lot of good videos I'm going to be scattering out through the next month or so. Went to see Bruce Lee's grave. Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee are buried up here. That was interesting. Jimi Hendrix got a cool memorial up here. We filmed that. Let's see. We went down. We saw where Bill Gates' house was and the compound. We saw where Kurt Cobain blew his head off. Where his former residence was, and we went all the way out to Aberdeen to check out the where he actually grew up in his shitty house. And then the funniest thing was this memorial that the city apparently put some money into about 10, 11 years ago, and it's all it is this shitty bridge where there's a bunch of graffiti on it, and it's just basically down in the mud, and this pathetic little park where like. It is like the worst memorial ever for like a guy that's like an icon like that. It's like take Elvis Presley and compare Graceland to that. It's like those kind of guys were on a similar level, like on somewhat what they meant to people and the influence they had. But I don't know what it was, man. That memorial, everybody's raving about it. I'm like, all right, I'll go get some footage of it. I want to see what this is. It was just such a fucking disgusting city, Aberdeen, right by the water. It looks like everybody is, on drugs in that city. So we went to find the house. Oh my God, what a dump. His mother apparently sold the house, and now somebody, wants to turn it into a fucking museum where they're going to charge people. I don't know. It's just little dumpy little house that, I don't know, everybody has to drive by, and fuck, I did it. I'm like, okay, well, it'll be a clickbait video for all you Kurt Cobain fans out there. I mean, he was all right. I didn't think he was fucking anything everybody claims he was, though. It's like, whatever. He fucking, I'm not going to get into him, but what really was funny was the pathetic excuse for a memorial and park. It's called Kurt Cobain Park. It was just, like I said, it was under this bridge, and it was so dreary and disgusting, and there's graffiti everywhere. It's just the most pathetic statue, and man, it looks like the city of Aberdeen dedicated about $100 to the fucking cause. So whatever. It was worth seeing, and then the cool thing, they got this welcome to Aberdeen sign, and then directly below it says "Come As You Are." The one song "Come As You Are" on the fucking Nevermind album, which is a good song. But then we came back up to Seattle. Was gonna go to the Seahawks and Saints game last night, but fucking raining. Didn't want to sit out in that shit, get sick. The wind was blowing out of the ass here, and I could care less about either team, but I'm like, I want to go to a Monday Night Football game. And so we're like, the tickets were like less than $40. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I'm thinking we got work to do and we got to make our rounds. We're here on business, so it's like I don't want to get sick. My wife doesn't want to get sick. You know what? Probably not the greatest idea sitting in that shit. So tonight, gonna try to get to a Kraken game for the final night here in fucking Seattle. Then get the hell out of this depressing city. And but let me tell you something. Seattle is it's an expensive place. Oh my God, the gas prices are through the fucking roof. Even in the funniest part, when we go out to eat, there's really nobody out. There's nobody. Even Seattle, the streets are like there's nobody out. I think it's these fucking communist regulations up here. Because not a fan of any of the left coast states. Like I told you, they're pretty much more or less the same dumb mentality. You know, you do what we tell you, and we're gonna stand up on our high horse and preach down to you. But just an expensive city. The funny part is they you know they're at the epicenter of the whole $15 an hour minimum wage thing up here, and it's like they can't get people to work. Every time we go into a restaurant, we sit there and we wait, and then they apologize for being short-staffed, and I don't get it. See, so apparently that shit isn't working too well. They're probably all still collecting. Because that jackass governor that Washington has, that Jay Inslee or whatever the fuck his name is, he's a fucking beaut and a half too. He's right up there with Newsom. He's right up there with Newsom and all that shit. So Washington, again, a fun place to come and visit. But then we were down to the Capitol too, Olympia. I got some footage down there, but there's nothing going on there. Austin has that Capitol beat by like a landslide. But. You know, it definitely come to visit Washington, but don't fucking live here because you most likely, from what I gather, you will go broke very quickly. You better work for Microsoft or Apple or all these fucking or Boeing up here, any one of these big fucking tech companies, because I can't see regular people making it here. But so yeah, that's what we're doing. So hopefully we get into some sun. States with some sun, going down into fucking Reno, and you know, be there a few days. But then I gotta get back to Texas. Just fucking miss Texas. Jesus Christ, it's like night and day. Like everybody's out having a good time there. Here, it's just like this depressing fucking vibe. I don't get it. But hey, whatever. So back to this video that this somebody told me to send. So this guy, apparently this Rideshare Guy, I don't know who the fuck he is. He interviewed this Tanner Markley or whatever the fuck, and I guess he puts him up on a pedestal. He's using this guy as an example of like, oh my God, look what he did with his life. Look at the example. And then you're gonna watch this Tanner just sit here and just go on for like 8 minutes. It's not a long video. That's why I chose to do it, because I can't stomach this guy longer than fucking 10-15 minutes. And I just want to let you guys, I want to laugh at this, because all this guy does, once again, is pat himself on the fucking back. He thinks he's like Bill Gates. He thinks he's like fucking, Mr. Entrepreneur of the fucking goddamn year. But in reality, I already know what he's doing, and anybody can do what he does, and it's nothing special. Okay? He just read a few. Let's just get into it. Let's get this over with. Fucking. Here we go.
What's up, gig drivers? My name is Tanner Markley. I'm a gig YouTuber.
At least he doesn't have his fucking shirt unbuttoned like that one fucking video like I made fun of. Like, you know, he has like he's not a good looking guy, and you know, the video was funny. Even my wife saw it. She's like, "What the fuck? That is so disgusting." He had his button down shirt like completely unbuttoned, like all the way down, and that dumb gold chain he has. And I don't know what that shit is about, but at least he's covered up here. Avoiding my fucking viewers. We're holding back the vomit on the screen. So thank you, Tanner, for having a shirt on this time. All right, well, here we go.
Work company, and I'm here to talk to you guys about how you can develop financial freedom as a gig driver, and kind of go over my story of how I did it, and hopefully you guys can take some inspiration and ideas on things that I did, and hopefully apply them to your own career. So first off, quick backstory. I've been performing acrobatics for about 12 years now, And I started my own stunt show, footwear company, and YouTube channel back in 2017. And for me, I always saw YouTube as the ultimate...
Okay, all right. So this guy, he does some flippity whippies, and he jumps around with a bike or something. He leaps off a cliff. And apparently people pay money to see a group of these idiots do that. I don't know. To me, it's called the circus. I don't know. So I guess he belongs to a traveling circus. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Who would pay money to go see that, and how would you make money consistently by booking that shit is beyond me. Okay, so he's been doing this a long time, whatever, and then what does he say next? So he made a YouTube channel with dumb pickup drop off, unbuttoned shirt, fucking ugly gold necklace, fucking just blah 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 blah, and he gets a bunch of clicks and he gets an AdSense check. There's nothing groundbreaking there, okay? And then I think one step further, he designs some Chinese sneakers. He imports them, and he claims he's the CEO of a firm, which I already looked that shit up too, which is funny. I know exactly what he's doing. We'll get into that in a minute.
Passive income, aka freedom, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The footwear company is something I started because I saw a hole in the market, and I was like, man, all these acrobats are wearing wrestling shoes.
What?
We got to start an acrobatic footwear company.
So okay, so that's interesting. So he's whatever he is. He's a flip-diddy-whip-diddy, twirly-whirly guy. I guess he calls himself an acrobat, whatever. Fucking Mr. Circus Soleil here. So he decides to fill a hole in the market. That's good. And I mean, that's a pretty good idea. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't know how those shoes are going to sell. I mean, who wants to buy acrobat shoes? I mean, I can't believe there's a fucking market for that. Maybe he sells like a couple a month. But come on, give me a break. There's a hole in the market, so yeah. All it is these acrobat shoes is an Amazon FBA business. He makes an LLC, and he doesn't even have to live in Nevada, but it's there, and it's not even a headquarters. It's not a firm headquarters. He just gets the mail delivered to there. It's a registered agent, and he lives, I think, now in Florida. So it's just a corporate front. I mean, I've had those LLCs. I know how they work. I currently have one. But it's not like he goes into that corporate entity every day. It's just a front, for tax purposes and to shield his personal assets from his business assets. So, and then he goes and he orders, cheap Chinese sneakers from, third world countries, probably China. And they're probably coming out of a sweatshop. He probably pays a couple bucks for each shoe, and then he fucking just marks the shit out of them. And then he orders a bunch, which he's like, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna sell 300 this month. So he orders what he thinks he's gonna sell, and then they get shipped and put on a barge, and he pays the shipping costs, and he basically gets it shipped to either his house, or if he sells them on Amazon, an Amazon warehouse, or, that type of thing. So anybody could do that, and I have done that. I sold a few things on Amazon already, had them manufactured from China. Again, you're dealing with fucking China. That's why, bad idea. That's why I got out of it. I don't want to deal with that fucking country. They're basically the cause of COVID-19. Destabilizing the world, and it's forget about Russia, forget about all these other countries. China is the number one enemy of the United States, and it's all behind the scenes shit. And this guy right here, Tanner Markley, is aiding that, just like all you other fucking people who buy Chinese products and manufacture Chinese products, put a fucking American label on it, mark it up, and you think you're fucking businessman. You're just a bunch of jerk-offs. You're just basically hurting America. Okay? So that's my thoughts on it.
And a stunt show is just something I always loved doing, but I wanted to be in control of the outcome of the stunt show. So basically in 2017, I moved from Los Angeles, California to Las Vegas. Seemed like a better place to start a business.
Wow.
And when I got there...
So there he is. So you finally let the cat out of the bag. This guy is from fucking L.A. Another L.A. douchebag. Right there. That I was wondering if he was from Vegas or whatever. That would explain his look. his annoying voice and how he's fucking full of himself because he thinks he's everybody I've ever met from fucking LA, and I lived there, and just a douchebag central. They all think they're fucking special. They all think they're the greatest thing from sliced bread. They all think that they have something to offer, and this guy, and including everybody else, who thinks like they're just a fucking little fish in a big pond. But the thing is, they think they're the big fish in the little pond. That's just a mentality. It's just a mentality. So somebody got to this guy, and he figured out, I might want to go to fucking Nevada to save a few more bucks, and it is a more business-friendly state. So at least he got enough smarts to get the fuck out of California, because yes, Nevada's a better place to do business than California.
I immediately had to get a job right away. Backstory, I worked for Razor, which is a big, large scooter corporation, for years. I ran their social media and all their video stuff, and eventually I could not work in an office anymore. So I wanted to have my own freedom. I wanted to basically run my own business. So when I moved to Las Vegas, I originally got a social media job, and then soon realized that after spending 8 hours a day on someone else's business, I didn't have enough effort to put into my own business. So my friend told me about Postmates and how you can basically make money driving around, and I was like, wow, this is a great opportunity for me to sit there and make either sales calls or do marketing, run our social media, while sitting around and waiting for orders or waiting for the food to be done. So for the first year or so in 2017...
So he's talking about multitasking while he's delivering food. I don't know if that's such a great idea. I think I know where he's going with this.
2017 going 2018, all I did was drive around for Postmates, and I made just enough money to get by. But that was okay, because I wanted to take all the money that my businesses made and continuously reinvest into the companies. That way, at least they weren't going to go negative in money. They were at least going to be continuously making money. And I was using Postmates as a way of making enough money to just get by. So soon after, I realized that I made a video called Postmates Cheat Codes, and I was talking about how to make more money on Postmates. And then I realized that Postmates videos, they actually pay pretty well on YouTube. So
see? Yeah. Gotta go through this fucking ad. Here we go. Alright, we're back. No, we're not. Another ad. Let's try getting a check for this, huh? Alright, let's back to this fool.
So, I switched my channel from going from an acrobatics channel to basically a gig driving channel.
You could have done both. If he's so smart, he could have had two channels going. He probably should separate the two with the acrobat channel and the fucking gig. Okay, whatever. Dude. Just an idea, Tanner. You can do more than one YouTube channel.
Now, which it is now. I continuously post daily videos on how drivers can basically open their mindset and look into different ways of making money while being a delivery driver or rideshare.
Just buy crypto. Just buy crypto,
because there's so many opportunities to make extra money. I take inspiration from my 3 favorite books. Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick Bet-David, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and 4 Hour Work Week. Those are my top 3 favorite books, and I've kind of
4 Hour Work
collabed and like
Rich Dad Poor Dad's good, and 4 Hour Week. I read those; they're good. But I don't know what the other one. I got to check that one out. Might be something worthwhile. But so far, this guy is special, and we need to fucking kiss his asshole because he read 3 books and he moved from Los Angeles to Nevada. And he does a business. I don't know, this acrobat Circus Soleil shit, whatever the fuck he does, this twirly whirly shit, which you're not gonna make money from that. That's just like a side hobby thing that occasionally he'll make a few bucks off. And then he decides to take it one further. He decides to dip his hand in business and form a footwear company, whatever. And all it is an Amazon FBA. He orders Chinese sneakers, and he imports them, slaps a label on them, and he has them stacked up in his fucking bedroom closet. And he'll go down, as soon as there's an order through his website or something, he'll go down to UPS and ship it out. Okay, that's all he's doing. Okay, there's no warehouse, there's no stock footwear. Anybody could do that. It's so fucking easy to do. And I don't know who would buy on a regular basis that would be profitable. This shit. These fucking, these shoes. I mean, they look like wrestling shoes. I don't know. They're Chinese sneakers. That's all they are. They look, I don't know. Some of them, I don't know. That if you're into that fucking, ghetto, inner city fucking look, whatever. I hate that shit. That's just like, like who would wear these? I mean, what kind of guy wears these fucking red, I don't know. They aren't basketball sneakers. So, yeah, he's got a couple shirts he prints out and apparel, so I'm not even going to click on it. These stunt show. Okay, yeah, so I know exactly what he's doing there. Maybe he knows a few people that have some notoriety within the industry that maybe he gets some other twirly-whirly people to fucking put their name on them, but no one cares about them. Nobody knows who they are. Okay, got it. So that, whatever, if it sells, it sells, but this is not anything epic. So he did trademark the off-axis name, which is good. So at least he had some intelligence to do that. And then what he did is he went and incorporated in Nevada. So it is a registered LLC, which there it is, and it's basically, yeah, here's the registered agent. So there's no, it's just on paper. He gets his mail there. He files his taxes through that, and that's not where he doesn't have an office there or anything. It's just on paper, as that's what shell companies do. Okay, so right there, if you go into Google Maps, right there is his that's where the headquarters is. It's at a fucking branch. That's where the headquarters it is. He doesn't have a firm or anything. That's the firm basically. It's just it's meant for that purpose, to appear that he's important, appear that it's an actual legit company, which it is. But it's as far as like other companies that actually go into the office, you go into a warehouse, he doesn't have that. He's in his bedroom fucking stacking shoes that are imported off a barge, whatever. Probably pays a pretty penny for that shit too. So. And then the other thing he did, he formed a YouTube channel, and he figured out how to get paid with clickbait videos and get an AdSense check. You take notice he doesn't have a he probably has a Amazon affiliate here. He has a few linked with the book, so he'll get like a penny or two if somebody buys a book from these links. He doesn't have a digital product or anything. He doesn't have a course. All he does is just put his stupid sign up for Uber, Lyft. I have that shit too on there. Nobody fucking uses that crap. Check out the Maximum Delivery Profits course. This is all affiliates. This is none of this shit he owns. Okay, so and then he pimps Robinhood too. Like whatever, you don't make much money off of that. So it's not. His money is coming from an AdSense check from the viewership and the subscriber count. That's it. Not hard to do. Yeah, he thinks he's special. He reads 3 books and he just makes these and the people are like, "Oh my God, this is so wonderful. Oh, like if he can do it, I can do it." Oh, and then they just fuck, and then the comments. I left a shitty comment down here, but look at these people. Good video, great information. Good to know your story, Tanner, and thanks for sharing those books. Wear and Tear really does. They just like, thanks for this. I really like the idea. To wait time to do something productive that will move your business forward. You just made my life more complicated in a good way. Donna, wow, yeah. I don't know what to tell you. All this guy does, like, you see, this guy is just built for stupid people like this that think that, oh my God, they've never been introduced to somebody that just can, make a YouTube channel and make money from it, import fucking Chinese sneakers and do something they're passionate about and maybe make a couple bucks every month from it. These people are just in awe. They're like all like in deer caught in headlights. And people who like have been there, done that, and it's like this is nothing epic. This is not what you would call somebody you would go to for business advice. Okay, this guy is just a clown. I guarantee you he's inflating his numbers, what he makes per month. I guarantee it. He's so full of shit. You know why? Because he's constantly talking about it. He's constantly telling you what his paycheck is. He's constantly telling you what he makes. And it's the first thing if you challenge him. And I do challenge him. I don't think he's making that. I think he's full of shit. I think he's lying through his teeth. And I don't think he's selling a lot of these dumb Chinese shoes. Okay? And I don't think he's booking shows at a high level. He's basically, money is coming from his AdSense check. And who knows, maybe I don't even know what that would be, but he is not making 20 grand a month. No way a guy like this is. I guarantee you, he's lying through his teeth, because I know every aspect of what the fuck he's doing to generate money, okay? And what he's picked with his shoe company and his fucking flip-diddy-whip-dee shows and whatever, those are not generating a lot of money. I guarantee you. It's more of like a fucking glorified hobby, okay? And then he's telling people to invest in fucking crypto and all this fucking shit. That's the worst. And I did a video on that, like just ripping him a fucking new one on his crypto investing advice. It's just terrible shit, because you have dumb people that will actually listen to this guy, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. Then he's just moving the world. He's making the world dumber, because the dumb follow the dumb. So, at least he had enough sense to form an LLC, and he trademarked this stuff, and he's got a website. But that's what he's doing. And I really, somebody sent me this video and like, dude, what do you think of this? I'm like, this is what I think of it. It's nothing epic. There's a few things he's doing right, but this is not long-term sustainable. Okay? It's not. You can only make a couple 100,000 pickup drop-off videos before you start to peter off. You can only, sell, like, these shoes are so niche-oriented that you're not going to be selling enough of these on a regular basis to really make a lot of money from this type of thing. Okay? And what's the other thing? Crypto, worst investment advice ever. He's not going to have sustainability in that. That is the next bubble. Okay? And what's the other thing he does? Okay, and driving for DoorDash and Uber or whatever. That shit, that's probably his best source of income, because that'll go on for a while. But these other things are going to eventually peter out, and he's going to have to go on to something else. And then you'll see a new fucking Tanner Markley video of something else he's doing. And then he'll get subscribers from that, and then he'll forget about all this other failed shit that he did, and they'll think he's this new god in whatever fucking category or industry he's going to be in 5, 6, 7 years down the road. That's it. That's what happens with these fools. Look at him. It looks like he's stoned right there. He probably fucking is a stoner too. He just looks like one. I don't know. Or not. He likes fucking yellow gold, man. Somebody should tell him that shit is out. I don't know. Somebody give him the memo.
All those different mindsets of those authors and taking them into my own hands.
That's basically what this video is about.
So one thing that I like to do and has really helped me run my businesses is what I call casual dashing. So as someone who owns a footwear company,
this is the last thing I wanted to. I'm not even going to get through this, because that's my comment on his income streams and and what he did. It's nothing epic, okay? Like this. Who's this? Is this Rideshare Guy has this? See, they prop these people up. I don't know. Whatever. But this is my review of it. Somebody asked me to do this, and I did it. I don't think anything of it. I think this guy's a fucking joke. And there's one other thing that I wanted to talk about that he hits about. I think he talks about multitasking here.
I'm constantly mailing out shoes, so I have to drive to the post office every day.
See?
Another thing I'm also doing is maintaining my body and my fitness, so I go to the gym every day.
Wow.
And of course, the stud show involves a lot of calls and basically getting denied over and over, but calling different places that I think might be interested in having a stud show. So what I do is
he's not booking fucking on a regular basis. So don't let this guy fool you. He just, look, anybody could have these glorified hobbies and call himself a businessman, but it's like, are you actually generating business? Are you paying the bills? Are you able to fucking have leftover surplus after all the debt's fucking gone? Are you able to enjoy your life? Is there a long-term sustainability? None of this shit is. There's no long-term sustainability for what he does. So just remember that. Anybody who thinks this guy's smart, he's a flash in the pan. He's a fucking he's just like, you know, like everybody else. I got an idea. You know, I'd be more interested in seeing if he takes his investments and maybe opens up a fucking laundromat down the street. That's a fucking worthwhile business to invest in, okay? Not, you know, make Chinese sneakers that nobody's gonna buy. Not do flip-diddy-whip-diddy shows with twirly-whirly Circus LA shit, okay? Not like make endless thousands of fucking same-day pickup drop-off videos on a YouTube channel. Like, how really, man? Really? Boring businesses are the way to go. Tried, true, and tested. Basic, boring, mundane businesses that it's like those are the real things that are going to last long term. That's how you get rich. It ain't from this guy's fucking shit. Talk to me in 10 years, Tanner. We'll see how many of these fucking things you're doing. Big fat zero. Guaranteed.
Dashing. What I'll do is, first thing in the morning, I will log into DoorDash, and I will hopefully get an order that goes in the direction of those 3 places that I need to go, or 2 places I need to go, which is the gym and the post office to mail the shoe orders. And by doing that, I'm not adding any extra miles to my car. That way I don't have any what I like to call dead miles. I think dead miles can really add up, and as a business owner, which all of you guys will soon realize if you haven't taken into consideration, wear and tear on your car is huge. So if you can try to avoid as much wear and tear as possible and not be wasting your time, it's going to be a lot more effective, especially in the long run. A lot of people see the money that is coming in, and then they spend it all, and they realize later, oh wow, I'm going to have to get tires a lot.
Okay, let's go through it.
Make the most of these miles rather than just kind of drive all around. And that's what where the next 5 best moves comes into. That book really changed my mind and helped me have a plan on where I wanted to go throughout the day. That way, everything was planned out, and I wasn't just like going from one delivery to another and all over Las Vegas. I got this app that really showed me where I was driving, and it was just like,
all right. There's one thing here.
You make an extra like $40 to $50 just by doing gigs that are on the way there. So what I'm getting at is basically,
what are you getting at?
That book kind of formed my idea of where I wanted to go and have a plan, and then also the 4-hour work week kind of made me, or inspired me to at least make the most amount of like stuff, basically do the most amount of things that you possibly can do while doing gig driving, and like basically juggle as many things as you possibly can do while driving around.
Okay, that's my problem with it right there, and that's, I'm not going to go further after this because it's just going to be horrible. So one more thing I want to add to that is bad advice, okay? If you talk to any successful people, they're not multitaskers. They're, multitasking inherently, it's the new fad. Over the last 10, 15 years, you ever take notice people walking down the street, they're on their phone, they're doing this, they're out at a fucking Starbucks, they're on their computer, they're doing this and that. I mean, I met people who had problems with that before, and the reality is multitaskers never really get anything long-term accomplished because they're always fucking wasting their time multitasking. You got you're committing a little time to this, you got your hand in this little thing over here, you're doing this half-ass. The bottom line is you want to commit your fucking, if you want to pick something out and you want to dedicate it to it, you want to become successful, you have to put all your energy into that. Multitasking, for my fucking opinion, bad. Don't listen to this guy because the best people in the world are not the richest people and the most successful people in the world do not multitask. Okay, they delegate it. If they need multitasking done, they hire people to help them. But this guy isn't doing that because he's doing it all himself. So that's another reason why I don't think this guy is going to be fucking anything special in 5 to 10 years because he's just too busy multitasking. So I don't agree with that. You wanna hone in on that thing that needs a lot of attention, and when you're able to give something that your undivided attention and put all your energy into that and concentrate on that fully, that's when it fucking goes off the charts. That's when you see the gains. That's when you can really build something up. It isn't, I'm going to dedicate a little to this, and then, my mind's going to wander over here, and then I got to take a phone call for this, and then all my other business is over here, and you're sitting there. I don't understand that fucking logic. Driving around, multitasking. These idiots like fucking Pedro Douche and this fucking fool multitask by filming and talking while they're driving, while they're picking up orders, and while they're dropping off. I mean, that's a form of multitasking. And you can fuck up your day and fuck up an order so quick doing that shit. But this guy's delivering fucking shoes. He's working out while he's doing all this. I can't. This is just terrible ass fucking advice. Thumbs down for you, fucking Tanner, for encouraging stupid people, minions, to multitask when they can't even fucking get one thing right. They can't even pay their rent.
Basically, maybe you're not a YouTuber, maybe you're a blogger, or maybe it depends. Like, take your interest and try to really expand on those ideas, and maybe they can turn into businesses. The best way to be the best way to develop as a business owner is to be in business. If you're not in business, you're never gonna learn. And constantly, as an entrepreneur, I'm learning every single day.
So, like I said, real quick here, my final thought on what he was saying there. I just talked about fucking how his multitasking shitty. Don't do that, especially for people who don't know how to do it. That's reserved for the elite, okay? And this guy is nothing but this guy is not the elite, okay? So, another thing, my comment about starting a business based on your interests, or you want to start a fucking see, this guy, he's got it right. The idea is kind of cool because it when you start a business around your passion, everybody has to be passionate about shit nowadays, but the bottom line is those passions never really go anywhere. Okay, few people are lucky to turn their passions into a legit business where it makes money, where it's successful, but I'd say over 90% of people who do that follow this guy's advice by, if you want to open up a business, think of something you want to do, like photography or acrobat, circus Olay, flip-diddy-whip-dee shit, and then make something to market around that, or whatever the fuck else, any other dumb idea. Maybe you're a painter, or maybe you're fucking, you think you're a good guitar player or whatever. You don't see me making fucking a living playing fucking drums, even though I have a passion of fucking drums and music. Look, I worked in the recording industry for fucking, good 10, 15 years. In LA and New York, have some great experiences with that. I am not going to sit here and brag and give you my fucking resume on it. I did that. The bottom line is, though, when you get older, you gotta gravitate towards making money. Okay, so I don't do that shit anymore. It's a fucking hobby. Okay, just like this guy and his Circus Olay shit. Okay, so that shit, that advice, do something you're passionate about. It can work, but for the majority of people, I wouldn't advise that, because I'll tell you why. Because the most of the shit you people come up with that you're passionate about, it's never gonna fucking make money, okay? And you gotta pay the rent, you gotta pay your bills, you gotta invest for the fucking long term, and you wanna get to the point where you make money where you don't have to have anybody telling you what to do, and you have the power and you have the fucking control. That's what it's about, okay? Half the degrees you people fucking take in college, worthless. They don't turn into money. Like, who the fuck goes to college for a philosophy degree unless you're gonna teach at a fucking university? What the hell's that? Why would you get an English degree? It's just like, there's so much useless shit. And then, telling people to, form a business around what you're passionate about. The best thing, I'm going to go the opposite way, from my experience with all this crap, is you're going to make the most amount of money and you're going to have the most success in business. Number one, not starting something from scratch. That's a fucking stupid thing to do, okay? Especially if you're looking at making the majority of your bulk of your income from it. It's great to have hobbies like that, to make a side little thing, but to rely on stuff you're passionate about, no. Starting something from scratch, no. You want to buy a pre-existing business. You want to get enough capital. You want to learn about securing money, financing. You want to understand how the lending process works, okay? You want to research boring fucking businesses, boring professions like a tire shop or a goddamn fucking like a laundromat, or you want to get into renting properties. You want to get into understanding the stock market. You want to get into things that are in need. People are going to need, such as food, shelter, transportation, housing, jobs, and most of the jobs are boring, mundane fucking jobs that just are, like buying a franchise. That's not anything epic. Like, I get somebody that wants to fucking, get into that. You're not doing it because you're passionate about serving fucking junk food to fucking degenerates. You're getting into it because it's a solid financial fucking company. You looked at the back end of things, and it's going to be a long-term success. You don't want to take this guy's advice because, like I said, this guy's going to be nothing in 10 years. He's going to be on to something else, and he's going to realize what I'm talking about, okay? So the first thing, don't start a business, buy one, okay? Pre-existing, something that's already set up. That's the way to go, okay? If you're going to get in Amazon FBA, buying and selling fucking Chinese sneakers, you want to go buy a business that's already set up by somebody else who has a price tag on it. Then you look at the metrics, and then you come in and you buy it. You take it over because it's already been established and there's goodwill. Okay, I'm not giving a business lecture here, but this is how I disagree with what the fuck this guy's saying. He doesn't know his ass from a hole ground what he's talking about. Okay, like I said, 10 years, this guy's going to be doing something else. None of this shit he's doing now is he's going to be doing in 10 years. Fucking challenge him, guaranteed. I'll bet any amount of money on it. Okay, so what was the other thing? Yeah, so I'm gonna say do the opposite of what he's saying. Don't follow. Just do something and think you're a businessman or want to get into something just because you're passionate about it. That's usually a bad move. Okay, you're not following the passion. You're following the money. You're following the green. What's actually gonna sell? Okay, what actually is the industry that's actually going to be long-term profitable? Okay, none of the crap that he does is going to be long-term in demand. It's not a need. He's not fulfilling that. It's a luxury item, and it's just like, he's a flash in the pan, this guy. That's all he is. Okay, so that's my thoughts on it. And now to give him the fucking shit award. He gets... He gets the Lincoln Log Award. The Lincoln Log shit. That's what this guy, this is what this guy serves up. Okay? So what is a Lincoln Log shit? What is it, Tanner? You just served it up. This is when you take a fucking massive dump, and his advice is just mashed together in this massive fucking shit. Because there's just so much in this video where it's just this huge growing fucking shit on steroids, and he fucking gets it out of his ass. Okay? He puts it in the fucking toilet. It looks like it's an anaconda fucking swirled around the bowl. And when you try to hit the flush button, you know damn well that thing ain't going anywhere. Okay? That's gonna fucking plug the fucking piping, and you gotta go and you gotta think of something. Oh my God, I gotta go get a stick. I gotta chop this thing up. I gotta fucking layer it. I gotta fucking do like fucking 10 flushes to get this thing down. That is a Lincoln Log shit, and this guy gets the Lincoln Log shit award. Because that's what it reminds me of. He just packages all this fucking bullshit, and the whole time, it's just like these people are nothing special. All they do is look for validation. They put themselves out there. These no-name nobodies do something that they're proud of, which is good. But again, it's not long-term, and all they do is pat themselves on the back. Look at me, man. Look what I make, which he doesn't make. He's full of shit. Same thing with Pedro Dordick. Okay, that guy doesn't make $100,000 a year, but these people just, you believe them. You believe this fucking garbage and these Lincoln Log shits that they're laying in front of you, and you just basically sniff it and you stick your head in it, and then if you absorb these Lincoln Log shits, you're gonna end up. What do you think? You're gonna smell and you're gonna look like the Lincoln Log shit. Okay, so that's my best advice. He gets it. I will be sending you the fucking award, Tanner, that I always send all my victims. Everybody I drop bombs off, I look for their email, and I think this guy has one. I'll get it to you, Tanner, but anyway, I just want to let you know that, I think you're a fucking douchebag. You're not, you're a fucking nobody. And in 10 years, with all your advice, what I just went over, you aren't going to be fucking, you are going to be on to something else. You're probably working a job, a social media. Why don't you talk about social media, Tanner? Why don't you talk about that? That might be something worthwhile your listeners could do, not your fucking Circus Olay fucking Chinese sneakers. Okay? Social media, maybe encourage your viewers to fucking understand that, and maybe, you shouldn't be, you're going to have a job in a number of years, okay? You're going to realize that, okay? Because if somebody's dumb enough to like marry you, and maybe you get kids down the road, or you want to get a house, or you get a little older, your fucking priorities change, you are not going to be fucking supporting all that based off the shit that you're doing now. Flat out, dude. Okay? So, this is just another fucking stupid clickbait video that I poop right on his head. He gets the Lincoln Log shit, and as always, As always, hit that goddamn bell, like this fucking video, subscribe to my fucking channel, and, you all go fuck yourselves out there. Until next time, stay negative.